Now listen. This is all about how my life turned upside down and okay, no, never mind. This is not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Anyway, 2024 NFL linebacker unit rankings. What I was gonna say is I don't really care, to be honest, how much they hate on us when it comes to our linebacker rankings. I think Jermaine Pratt is absolutely amazing. I think he's a top 10 linebacker in the NFL. And I think that Logan Wilson's a top 10 linebacker in the NFL. But outside of those two guys, Akeem Davis-Gaither, I think, is kind of iffy. Joseph Asai is more of a pass rusher. He's more of a defensive end. But like Marcus Bailey, you know, I'm not going to be too against it. And I stuttered there because we got rid of so many players this offseason. Like, not so many. Like, we got rid of some of those players. Like, you know, down the Jeff Trot guys, practice squad guys. That I'm, like, trying to think about who we actually have left on our squad. But, like, those guys, I'm not against the idea if they rank them a little low. And I think by comparison, when you look at a linebacker unit, which is more than just two players, if it's not in a vacuum, I'm not against the idea that they're probably going to rank us a little bit lower. But let's just see where they rank us. New York Jets get number 1 with C.J. Mosley. And they also got, what's the guy's name from Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick as well. See, this is what kind of confuses me. I understand, like, they love the Jets. They love speaking up the Jets, talking about how good they're going to be. I get that. I don't really care too much. This one confuses the crap out of me. How are the 49ers not number 1? They have arguably the best linebacker in the NFL right now, Fred Warner. They also have Dre Greenlaw, and they have a couple other really good players as well. How are they not number 1? Yeah, Campbell, Greenlaw, they have Leonard Floyd. I guess he's more of a pass rusher. But they still are up. They should be number 1 100%. The Jets are not number 1. Chicago Bears, okay. Patriots. The only list we're going to see top 5 for, you know, the Patriots here. The Giants. Baltimore. Okay, I'm kind of feeling disrespected now. Okay, I'm kind of feeling disrespected. The Ravens should be up there at the very top as well. Even though they lost Patrick Queen, Roquan Smith still one of the best in the NFL. Jacksonville, Cleveland, Saints, Vikings, Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, and then us. Yeah, I love 14. Again, like I said, I'm not like too against this idea. Mainly because, hey, are they going by just Jermaine Pratt and Logan Wilson, or are they going by the whole unit? That's why PFF sometimes can tick me off, because sometimes they rank things, but they don't give the breakdown. Linebackers, one of the toughest, man cover skills, blah, 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 with the importance. Yeah, linebacker group. But our linebacker group, technically speaking, if you want to be technicality here, our linebacker group is this. It's going to be all the players here. Jermaine Pratt, Logan Wilson, Joe Bacci, Akeem Davis-Gaither. We actually did get rid of Marcus Bailey. Wow. Shaka Haywood, Devin Harper, this guy, Aaron Casey. That's our linebacker group. Everyone else on the top there is defensive linemen. So that's interior pass rushers. Below is secondary. That's our linebacker group. So if you're comparing it right now, this linebacker group right here, versus, let's say, the Steelers, right? Because the Steelers are ahead of us. They're a linebacker group. I kind of forgot they had TJ Watt. How did I forget they had TJ Watt? Okay, so, look, again. Okay, let me say it like this. The Steelers should be higher. Linebacker group-wise. Patrick Queen, I think, is a solid pickup this offseason. Landon Roberts did really good last year. Alex Highsmith was a goon last year. Same thing with TJ Watt. I think the Steelers should be higher. But if you're comparing it off of just 1 or 2 players, then this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're putting this list or these rankings in a vacuum, and you're not comparing it based on the whole linebacker unit, and you're just saying, okay, well, let's look at the best linebackers on their team. These 2 guys, right? Just these 2. Everybody else, who cares? or not even these two, like let's say we're doing TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, then they should be higher. If you're looking at it, the whole unit, which it says linebacker unit, they should be lower. Because at the end of the day, you know, again, you might have really great top of the players, but the rest of the players bring it down. And depth pieces bring it down. So it looks like they're just going off of the best of the best. Like the best vacuum pair they have. Which, again, if that's the case, then we should be higher. We should be way, way, way higher. Because on the vacuum, these two guys, top 10 in the league. On a unit completely, including all the players, I would say, yeah, we're number 14. Because I think the rest of our unit kind of drops just a little bit. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, who do the Jets have? Steelers obviously have TJ Watt, which actually brings them up like 1,000 times no matter what. The Jets have Quincy Williams. Okay, they have CJ Mosley. Like, this is not that good. This is not the best in the league. I don't care what anyone says. This is not the best in the league. The 49ers have a better squad than this. This is a better linebacking core for the 49ers than it is here. Did they not? Oh, they got, you see, but they got Hassan Reddick, but Hassan Reddick's a pass rusher. That's why they don't list him on this list. Again, PFF, you tick me off because it's like you post rankings, but you don't post the criteria of how the rankings are brought up, which makes it so that the rankings are null and void. And they seem just biased based on, you know, random factors. Tremaine Edmonds, great linebacker from Buffalo they got. TJ Edwards, I think he's good. Jackson, Noah Sewell, and again, if you're looking at unit, how is this unit right here for the Chicago Bears? How are they the third best in the NFL? They're not. If you're looking at the vacuum of those two players, even those two players I want to say are the best. New York Giants. Okay, who do the Giants have? They got Bobby. They got Micah McFadden, who's a 5th-round pick in this 2022 NFL draft. Unless they're also going to put in their rush linebackers with Kayvon Thibodeau. And even Kayvon Thibodeau, you ask any Giants fans about him, you know what they say about him? They say he's a bust. That's what every Giants fan says about Kayvon Thibodeau. And tell me how Kayvon Thibodeau is... He's the 5th best linebacking duo in the NFL? PFF, you're kind of losing credibility here, buddy. I don't know. Again, listen, I love Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt. If I had to rank them on a vacuum of just those two guys, if I'm not being biased here, I'm probably putting them in number 9. I think number 9, number 8, I think that's kind of logical. But if we're talking about the whole unit, 14 is not wrong because the rest of the unit, the rest of the squad, the lineup, it does pull down in some capacity, you know, those two guys. And I'm not trying to trash the rest of our unit. I love the rest of our unit. But the problem is when you look at it in a, you know, grand scheme of things, yeah, it's a little bit worse because you don't have the depth pieces that would be able to pick up certain things, pick up certain areas if Jermaine Pratt or Logan Wilson had, you know, struggling or something like that, which again, it's not a big deal. But at the end of the day, I disagree with this. I disagree with this list completely. I agree that we should be 14, but I don't agree based on criterias. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.